Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Warrior Cats Behind the Paws special episode. And yes, we are once again creating more cats, but I know one of the first questions from all of you every week is, Seri, when are we going to actually see some episodes? And I'm going to repeat what I said last week. It takes a long time to prepare for our Warrior Cat adventures, but I do have some episodes outlined. Outlined being a delicate word, since as you guys know, sometimes meteors like to crash down from the sky. Sometimes we might have cats that could potentially be hit by a car. You just never really know what is going to go on in our challenge, including sometimes there are kittens born that I did not give the cats permission to have. They just went and had kittens behind my back, as you guys have seen happen in Branch Clan. So we do have a lot of unexpected things coming up, and today I have actually been spending a little bit of extra time working on something special for a new way for me to be able to tell the different levels of health that our cats have, so that now it won't be like you get one flea and suddenly you're on the verge of death. Different ages of cats, from kitten all the way up through elder, will have different levels of health. I'm writing up ideas for how those will be affected, for how really strong cats might have higher health levels. It's basically really fun, but one of the many small details that I have to take care of before we can launch into the series again, because when we get going, I want to be going for generations. I don't want to be confused about like, wait, how do my generators work again? And I want to be able to just have cat after cat after cat ready to join our clans, ready to meet us as wanderers, and ready to bring some of your guys' creativity into our world. So yes, we're going to be basically creating cats into the far future, but never fear, I am working behind the scenes on getting the Warrior Cat stuff up and going, on top of doing our 3 daily episodes for all of our other series. So I'm a little bit of a tired Seri, but I'm so excited, and I am having so much fun getting these cats ready. So guys, the last thing I will say is that all of the kind of behind the scenes Warrior Cat stuff, I am coming up with ways where I'm definitely going to be sharing some of what I'm doing, including some of the scripts, some of the past scripts, my new plans for the random generators, maps of the different territories, hints at what kind of new cat groups will be coming and moving in, even as like wandering groups that will just come by for a while with the patrons. But I'm also going to try to find ways to kind of give you guys sneak peeks and to do something maybe fun where those of you who can't be patrons but are YouTube members will be able to have a sneak peek and then help me vote, so that then we can do a big reveal all together and you guys can work behind the scenes or behind the paws with me to prepare something for absolutely everybody to enjoy. So that's one of my favorite parts, is all the behind the scenes work that so many of us do together to prepare these surprises for you. So I know I just said, like, yes, I have all of this work to do, but never fear, my friends. I do have the wonderful patrons, and hopefully in the future some of you wonderful people as YouTube members, and of course the comments as always to kind of draw on to help me build up some secret surprises to reveal to you. So that's just my thoughts for today, my little weekly update on how Warrior Cats is going. As usual, my friends, if you would like to submit your cat, check out the pinned comment. If I have forgotten to pin the comment, as sometimes happens, check out the previous videos for the instructions on how to submit your cats. And again, you can submit as many cats as you would like. Just submit one cat, like you can only submit one cat, like cat Elise. You can only submit Elise the cat once per video, but you can submit as many cats as you would like. So just don't repeat the same cat in a video, but you can submit as many of them as you would like, and hopefully the random generator will shine down upon you. So let's go ahead and see who is up for being created today. And we are actually going to start with a very special young kitten from our patron, the Jar of Smoke. So Abby, we're gonna go ahead and make your kitten today. And here we are. So, may I introduce all of you to Ink? Now, I did mention that Ink is actually going to be a kitten, and I will tell you more about her personality and her unique traits and some of her history in just a second. But with little Ink, we cannot actually make kittens in The Sims 3 Create-a-Pet. I'm sure those of you who have perhaps wanted to, sorry, pun, caught me off guard. But I'm sure those of you who have perhaps wanted to create kittens in the Create-a-Pet have kind of been a little frustrated because you make them and then you can't do anything. But there is one roundabout that you can do in order to create kittens, and that is to create a cat in The Sims 3 Create-a-Pet and then put them in the world and use cheats to get their aspiration points up high enough for a clone machine. When you clone an animal with the clone machine, which you can buy from the pet reward pack, then you'll be able to have a kitten. So the clone will always come out as a kitten. And that is how you can kind of make like Ink the kitten. So that is how we're gonna have to do this huge roundabout in order to make a kitten for the Jar of Smoke. But it is something I am happy to do in this special circumstance because Ink is actually based off of a kitten that the Jar of Smoke was helping to hand raise, and unfortunately she didn't make it. But in our world, I'm really excited that she'll be able to kind of have her own story and adventures. And every time I see her, I'm always going to think about all of the hard work that Jar of Smoke does, taking care of all the animals that she does. And I'm also going to be thinking about how important it is that we step up in order to take care of those who need our help. So Ink is going to be a very special kitten for me to see roaming our world, and I'm a little nervous. Hopefully she will be fine and StarClan will smile upon her and fate will smile upon her and she will have a wonderful, wonderful life in our Sims 3 adventures. But as you guys know, the life of a wild animal is very difficult, so we'll have to see what happens to her in the future. So I know she looks like a full-grown cat now, but hopefully by the time you guys see her again, it will be as a little kitten. I won't do kittens very often, just to let you guys know, because that's a huge time-consuming roundabout, but it will be something I look forward to in the future. Okay, so Ink, itty-bitty little one. Let's go ahead and talk about her personality. So Ink is rather clueless, noisy, and neat. She was originally from a feral colony of cats on a farm, but her siblings and her mother were captured during a TNR scheme, trap, neuter, and release. Because she was only 2 weeks old, the Two Legs raised her and her siblings. Her unique trait is that she has the favorite pastime of hunting spiders and is often seen with her head tilted to one side with a confused look. Is she actually confused or deep in thought? I guess we'll never know. So I really love her. She's going to be really fun. We're going to make her quite young. I do want to have her as a kitten, and that is going to be a little tricky, but I'm just so excited to see where her personality will go. So let's go ahead and add in her traits. We're definitely adding in clueless because oh, look at her do that. Oh, she tilted her head to one side. Oh, that's so cute. We're going to make her clueless, noisy, and neat. So very vocal. We're going to make her neat. There we go. Perfect that you picked the traits, by the way, that are actually in the game, Jar of Smoke. And then we're gonna give her, I think I'm gonna give her kind of like a little low voice. Yeah, because I think she talks a lot, but she's not too excessive about it. All right, let me go ahead and copy her little bio and put it right in so we will always know about Ink. She's so darn cute. And let's carry on to making our next cat. Look, it's Squirrely. Gosh, I've missed this cat. Okay, so this is just the base that we are going to be using, but we're going to be making another patron cat today as well for Gabrielle. So Gabrielle, we're going to be creating your beautiful cat, Siren. And this is going to be a fun she-cat. And again, my friends, we have a ton of she-cats. So unless you really want to see the drama notch up, or a lack of kits, to be honest, we're going to need some male cats too. So keep those toms coming in the comment section. I definitely need some of the toms to help balance out the gender ratios we have here. But Siren is going to be a very special cat because she is going to be our first Sphinx. So let's go ahead and get her created. Now this was a fun one to make because it turns out, to my shock, there are no Sphinx traits in The Sims 3. I've gotten very used to seeing Sphinx in The Sims 4 with all of their adorable wrinkles, but it seems I'm going to have to reach out for perhaps some custom content in order to make a proper Sphinx in The Sims 3. I hope that, Gabrielle, you can understand that it does look like she still has some fur, but we're just going to have to kind of use our powers of imagination until I am able to tweak her just a little bit more. But I'm actually very, very happy with young Siren here. Siren is a gray roan Sphinx cat with striking blue eyes. She has an icy personality. She's known to actually like the cold, but despite being hairless. She's thought to be weird since she has no fur. She seems to dabble in the idea of a lack of star plan and adores big cat breeds. Her unique trait is that she adores herbs and making healing items, but rejects the idea of a mateless medicine cat, so she possibly wants to find love beyond that. She's very queen-oriented. She sometimes jokes for being on the other team and doesn't look forward to having her own kits, but likes them nonetheless. So I do think that you'd make good friends with Squirrelleap, actually, so it's a little ironic that we ended up making her out of Squirrelleap's base. But I'm really excited. She sounds like a very complicated cat who might flit in and out of the different clans and have a lot of really, if she has kind of a cold personality, she might have some really piercing things to say about the different cats, things that perhaps they normally wouldn't say between each other, that could push a lot of issues to the front and make cats have to face something that they have been turning their back on. So I'm very excited to have Siren with us. Let's make sure I gave her name. Yep, Siren the Sphinx. And we're going to go ahead and give her bio. And she's definitely going to be independent with that kind of icy personality. And I think we're going to actually make her sort of quiet, but we're going to do that because I think when she speaks up, she seems to have something to say. Like, she doesn't speak up for anything. She probably has something very observant and perhaps a little bit sharp to say. And maybe she's also quiet because she doesn't participate in a lot of the usual chatter around camp, which gives her that impression of being very cold. And then let's also make her, I wish there was like an observant, adventurous, curious, and loves to explore. She does seem, I'm gonna give her genius trait because it kind of seems like if she enjoys studying herbs and healing items, and that's like her big thing, and she's very questionable about the idea of Star Clan, I think that would make her a genius. So she's going to be a quiet, independent genius, and we'll go ahead and see what role she is going to have in the future of our stories. So thank you very much, Gabrielle. Those are our 2 patron cats of the day, and of course today we are also going to be adding in one of your cats chosen by the random generator, so let's get him ready. Alright, so the random generator has chosen today Almond Milk. Congratulations, Almond Milk. It is your cat that we will be creating and adding in to our clans with Wood Mask, a male. Thank goodness. So let's go ahead and get this Tom created. And here we are, the wonderful wood mask from Almond Milk. He is a former loner who has been trained to some extent in the ways of the warrior. A cat who had dark brown on the front part of his body, a mix of brown and white on the back part of his body, a white tip on his tail, brown on his ears, which was really fun to do. And I hope, Almond Milk, you're okay with me having kind of taken a little bit more liberty with making him look really like, I love this look. It kind of looks like coffee and cream mixed together on his back, and I think it will make for really fantastic kittens for whatever kind of kittens he might be able to have in the future. But I really love how he turned out, so I hope you enjoy him too, Almond Milk. I did my best to try to follow along with all your instructions on what color his eyes were, what color his nose is. I really hope he is the cat that you were hoping for. And he was a former loner who is cautious of other cats he doesn't know, and he can sometimes be aggressive as a result. However, if you get to know him, he is kind-hearted to other cats that he feels a connection with, and he's flirty when he needs to be, which I think is adorable. Like, when do you need to be flirty? That's just adorable. I love that idea. He was born as a loner to two loner parents, River and Cloud, and when he was patrolling for food along a clan territory, a warrior took him in and taught him the ways of the warrior. So he did join a clan briefly. He will resume being a wanderer in our world, no doubt. And he did take food to his parents as often as he could, which I thought was an adorable little extra just to show how he does have quite the kind heart. So let's go ahead and figure out his traits then. I think he's very adventurous. If he was like born in the wild to a couple loners and he wandered along and did at least like keep in touch with them even after he became a warrior, he'd probably also really friendly too. And it sounds like he's a good hunter. Like, if he's always stalking along the edges and searching. Yeah, I don't think he's really like destructive or noisy or proud or quiet. I think he's an adventurous, friendly hunter who just has a lot to offer whatever group he runs into. So let me go ahead and copy his bio really quickly so I can be sure to add him in. And there we go, guys. So, all right, those are our 3 cats of the week. And I know I did ramble a little bit in the beginning, as always, to try to give you guys some of the warrior cats news. But as the weeks go by, I will have more and more of the details worked out. I will have more ways to share in different places those details with you guys. And we will be continually creating more and more cats to add into our world. And I love seeing the diversity of all of them. I mean, look at little Ink. Oh my gosh, I love her fluffosity. Like, she's just so cute. I can't wait to see her as a kit. And then I love the cold clarity that I do think our wonderful Siren is going to offer us as well, with her kind of more icy personality. And Woodmask, I think that he's going to just be a friendly, down-to-earth kind of guy who would be happy to join pretty much any clan. So that's going to be really fun to see in the future too. I love this. I love seeing the diversity of the cats you guys have created and looking at each one and being able to imagine the adventures that they will go on with us. So guys, that's it for now, but as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, then you guys know what to do. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!